The Oversight and Investigation Subcommittee will come to order. The title of today's subcommittee hearing is the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation's role in Operation Choke Point. Without objection, the Chair is authorized to declare a recess of the subcommittee at any time. Without objection, all members will have 5 legislative days within which to submit extraneous materials to the Chair for inclusion in the record. Without objection, members of the full committee who are not members of the subcommittee may participate in today's hearing for the purpose of making an opening statement and questioning the witness. The Chair now recognizes himself for 3 minutes for an opening statement. Thank you for being here, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank you for your willingness and commitment to working with this subcommittee. Both you and your staff have been very responsive to our requests, releasing documents to us and making your staff available for questioning throughout the past week. I was, however, very surprised and troubled to learn that the White House doesn't share the same confidence in our mutual cooperation. As you know, we asked 3 members of your staff to voluntarily meet with both majority and minority committee staff for interviews, and they all complied voluntarily. Before one of the interviews, however, I understand there was a telephone conversation between the White House and the FDIC General Counsel, and concerns were raised over the former acting General Counsel's voluntary participation in the oversight process. To his credit, the FDIC former acting General Counsel nonetheless appeared as scheduled and met with committee staff. Kudos to him. I hope that this afternoon you will not be deterred by the White House's interference and instead continue to be forthcoming when answering our questions about how your agency is working to repair the business relationships that have been destroyed and damaged since the FDIC's so-called high-risk list was released several years ago. As many members know, this is the subcommittee's second hearing on the topic of Operation Choke Point, and the second hearing where representatives from the FDIC have appeared to discuss their role in it. Since then, most of the staff that we've spoken to at the FDIC, including you, have contended that you have not participated with the DOJ in Operation Choke Point, nor is the FDIC taking part in any way in Operation Choke Point. I imagine that that will also be your testimony today. But members have heard from too many of our constituents that even if the FDIC isn't calling it Operation Choke Point, examiners within the FDIC are making morally based directives on what is legal and law-abiding for businesses as they find banking partners. Using the term reputational risk, they are warning banks that if they do business with gun dealers, short-term lenders, payday lenders, ammunition manufacturers, smoke shops, and other legal businesses, they will meet the wrath of the FDIC. And if you disagree, Mr. Chairman, we have emails and memos from the FDIC to prove it. Their purpose is to choke off the business they don't like from the banking system. I have asked Chairman Gruenberg to testify today because I want to know where he got the target list from several years ago. And like the IRS, I fear that activists at the DOJ and the FDIC are abusing their power and authority, and they're going after legal businesses, and in effect, they're weaponizing government to meet their ideological beliefs. I hope today, Mr. Chairman, you can convince us that that is not the case. With that, I now yield to the ranking member from North Carolina, Mr. Green, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And if I may, I'll be from Texas.